What is up, ProGuides family, and welcome back to another ProGuides Call of Duty video. I am your host, Sergeant Frost, and today we have a great Warzone themed video for you guys. Today, we're going to be giving you the 5 best class setups and loadouts you can run in Warzone. But before we get into the video, let's get into our question of the day. Today's question is, how are you enjoying Cold War compared to Modern Warfare? Personally, I'm really enjoying Cold War, and I think its gameplay is refreshing and very different compared to Modern Warfare's slow style of gameplay. Let us know in the comment section down below what your answers are. Now, let's jump right into the video. Starting off with our class setups and loadouts, we have to recommend Old Reliable in the SMG class, the MP5. The MP5 has been a formidable and strong submachine gun since Warzone released. Many people have asked me what my favorite and most reliable gun is in Warzone, and I have to hand it to the MP5. The first attachment we're going to run on this gun is the Monolithic Suppressor, to give our gun more sound suppression and more damage over range. The second attachment we're going to equip is the Ranger Foregrip, to help with overall vertical recoil control and aiming stability when aimed down sights. For our third attachment, we're going to run the 45 round mags to give us plenty of ammo to get those squad wipes with ease. For our fourth attachment, we're going to be running the FTAC Collapsible Shoulder Stock. This will make us lightning fast when moving around the map with the added movement speed and increased ADS speed, which means we can snap onto targets in no time. And last but not least, for our gun perk, we will be running the reliable Sleight of Hand perk to give us quick reload speeds when we're in a pinch. To round out our setup, run Cold Blooded, Ghost, and Amped for your perks. And make sure to take a Desert Eagle as your sidearm for a high caliber pistol to watch your back, and look to replace it with ground loot when you have a chance in game. Lastly, make sure you can run frag grenades as your lethal to clear out buildings and behind cover, and take a heartbeat sensor as your tactical to always be aware of what's going on around you. This MP5 class setup is made for running and gunning and will help you close the gap and get in your opponent's faces. The theme behind this setup was speed and agility, and our stock, grips, and sleight of hand perks makes you one of the fastest players on the map. The MP5 excels in close quarters engagements, and its very low recoil coupled with its high fire rate means running sleight of hand and 45 round mags will turn this gun into a multi-kill machine if you are on the offensive. In this class, we elected to run Ghost instead of Overkill, so be on the lookout for ground loot around the map to get yourself a reliable secondary weapon. If you want more help learning how you can improve your gameplay in COD, keep an eye out on ProGuide's social medias, our website, and our YouTube channels to learn how you can get access to Call of Duty coaching coming soon. For our secondary loadout, we're going to be taking advantage of one of the best hybrid primary weapons in the game, and that is the Ram 7. The Ram 7 is a gun that can do it all. Being one of the first DLC weapons that has a unique attribute of being both an assault rifle and an SMG, the Ram 7 excels in all situations you can put it in. Now, to begin to kit out our jack-of-all-trades assault rifle, we're going to start by taking the FSS Ranger Barrel. This is going to help us control our recoil and give this gun more damage over range while also increasing our bullet velocity. For our second attachment, we're going to be putting on the Commando Foregrip. The Commando Foregrip is the most beneficial grip in the underbarrel category because it has the fewest negative drawbacks of all the grips. This will allow us to keep the positives of our other attachments while not having to sacrifice stats in the process. For our third attachment, we will be taking 50 round mags. The Ram 7 is a gun that loves getting into gunfights and excels at spraying down multiple people with the same clip, which makes it a perfect candidate for 50 round mags. For our fourth attachment, we can't forget about the Monolithic Suppressor. This will help us keep our damage over range and keep us off the radar. And finally, we're going to round out this gun with the Stipple Grip Tape to give us the extra ADS speed for close quarters fights. To finish the loadout, make sure you equip the perks Cold Blooded, Ghost, and Amped. Take the Deagle as your sidearm and make sure to bring a frag grenade and heartbeat sensor for your lethal and tactical. The Ram is a gun that will do anything you ask of it, and that is exactly why we kitted this weapon out the way we did, and that is to excel in all types of combat. The 50 round mags, Stipple Grip Tape, and Commando Grip make sure that we can snap onto targets quickly and spray them down with ease. The Ram's only noticeable drawback is that it has a slightly lower reload speed because of its bullpup weapon design. But if you hit all your shots like this gun is designed to, you won't need to be worrying about how long your reload speed is. Another thing you might notice is that we left the iron sights on this gun instead of choosing an optic. The Ram has very clean and usable iron sights for an assault rifle. Because of this benefit, you are better off using that attachment slot somewhere else. The Ram 7 is the most versatile gun in the game, and there are many different ways you can build it. You can go full SMG and make this thing a glorified MP5 with a bigger mag, or you can make this thing a high rate of fire long-range DMR and let it beam people at range. This loadout was a good middle ground for both styles of play, and can be tweaked even further to suit your style of play. For our third loadout of the day, a familiar face in the Warzone meta is back and stronger than ever, and that is the Grau 5.56. The Grau is no stranger to being the king of the Warzone meta, and for good reason. This laser beam of an assault rifle has been known to delete people at absurd ranges with little to no recoil if built right, and today we have a loadout that will let you do just that. The first and most important attachment you will need in order to turn your Grau into a beam rifle is the Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel barrel. This will help us extend our gun's damage over range, increase our bullet velocity, and help us keep our recoil to a minimum. This is also the main attachment that will give us the clean pin drop iron sight, which will allow us to free up an attachment slot to be used elsewhere. For our second attachment, we'll be equipping the TAC laser for premium efficiency and combat stats. The TAC laser will allow us to increase our ADS speed significantly, while also giving us the aim stability and aim walking steadiness to beam people at range. For our third attachment, we will be equipping the Commando foregrip for our underbarrel attachment. This will give us the most recoil control possible while giving up the least amount of negative stats and drawbacks compared to the other grips. For our fourth attachment, we will be running the Monolithic Suppressor. This will give us the most damage over range and keep us as low profile as possible and staying off the radar. For our final attachment, we will be equipping 60 round mags. This will allow us to have plenty of ammo so we can fight back against multiple opponents at range. Rounding out the class, equip Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and Amped as your perks. And make sure to bring a Desert Eagle to watch your back in close quarters. And don't forget to bring a Frag Grenade as your lethal and a Heartbeat Sensor as your tactical. The Grau is meant for medium to long range combat because of how easy it is to control the little recoil it already has. This is the ultimate suppressive fire assault rifle because of the 60 round magazine attachment we added to the rifle. Even after getting bombarded by several nerfs over the seasons in this year's Warzone, the Grau has persevered and still finds itself at the top of the Warzone meta. The Grau already has good stats for a slow-firing long-range rifle, but the Tac Laser, Commando Grip, Tempest Barrel, and Mono Suppressor make up for any of the natural shortcomings the gun already has. For our fourth loadout of the day, we will be creating the spiritual successor to the original Grau, and to do that, we will be using the Kilo 141. For our first attachment, we'll be putting on the Monolithic Suppressor. This will keep us as stealthy as possible while also making sure our damage over range extends out as far as possible. Moving on to our second attachment, we will be making sure our Kilo is a well-oiled machine and equipping the SynGuard Arms 19.8-inch Prowler barrel. This gift from heaven will give us DMR range damage while increasing our bullet velocity and also keeping our recoil in check. For our third attachment, we'll be going with the Ranger foregrip in the underbarrel category. The Ranger foregrip has been tested in the past and is known to reduce vertical recoil a lot more than the other grip attachments. And that is exactly what the Kilo needs because this gun has almost no horizontal recoil, only vertical. For our fourth attachment, we will throw on a 60 round mag to allow us to engage multiple people back to back. This will allow us to take advantage of the insane range this gun has and will allow us to quickly pick apart targets running away and going behind cover. To round out the class, equip the perks Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and Amped. And be sure to bring a Desert Eagle in your back pocket for safe measures. Don't forget to bring Frag Grenades as your lethal and a Heartbeat Sensor as your tactical. This Kilo will have non-existent horizontal recoil and very little vertical recoil to boot. This means that if you can control this thing, you have a Grau in its prime with better damage and a faster fire rate. This only means more damage output, frags, and total destruction of any unlucky opponent that comes across you on the map in Warzone. You can even experiment with putting a 100 round drum mag on this thing to turn it into an LMG with better stats, and virtually create a suppressifier machine. In the past few months, the Kilo took the Grau's #1 spot in the Warzone meta for a reason. Make sure no matter what you do to this gun, build this weapon to its strengths and it will be the most reliable gun in all of Warzone. For our fifth and final loadout of the video, we will be creating the most versatile sniper rifle to ever come to Warzone, and that is the SPR-208. There is a reason this gun reminds people of the Intervention from Modern Warfare 2. If you build this gun right, it is the ultimate close quarters quick scoping sniper, while also retaining its insanely quick bullet velocity and low bullet drop. For our first attachment, we need to equip the 338 Lapua with 5 round mags. This is the source of the magic for this gun that makes it so special. This mag attachment will convert your ammo to 338 Lapua rounds, and will drastically increase your bullet velocity, damage range, and overall damage to the gun. No matter how you tweak your SPR loadout, this attachment is a must-have that you should put on first every single time. For our second attachment, we'll be putting on the standard Monolithic Suppressor to increase our range and keep us off the minimap. This will keep us as low profile as possible while we snipe from our hideout. Moving on to our third attachment, we need to add the SPR 26-inch barrel. This will make sure we keep the long-range capabilities of the sniper intact, and it will increase our damage range and bullet velocity when combined with our Lapua rounds and Monolithic Suppressor. For our fourth attachment, we will need to add the Tac Laser to allow us to have a faster ADS speed and better aiming stability. A quicker ADS time makes quick scoping easier if the situation calls for it, and the increased aiming stability makes lining up those long-range shots even easier. And for our final attachment, you can pick whatever sniper scope and reticle you are most comfortable using. To round out the class, equip Cold-Blooded, Overkill, and Amped. We recommend Overkill so you can equip an AR or preferably an SMG like the MP5 or MP7 to defend yourself when you're moving from sniper spot hideouts in the open. Also, make sure to bring a Claymore to watch your back when you're sniping in the prone position, and a Heartbeat Sensor for situational awareness. This gun is a jack-of-all-trades sniper rifle, and has become a community favorite since it dropped in Warzone a couple months ago. You can quickscope like it's the old Intervention, and you can take across the map shots with its high bullet velocity and low bullet drop. This gun handles anything you can put it through, which in my opinion makes it the best and most reliable sniper in the game. Well everyone, that's all we have for our 5 best loadouts you can run in Warzone right now. If you liked the video, then be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you enjoyed the content. We upload new videos just like this one every single day, and the best way to stay notified of that is by ringing that notification bell. Don't forget to check out ProGuides.com to gain some access to some truly amazing coaching. Remember to stay safe out there, and I will see you all again very soon.